Hey everybody, Rick Peterson here, Goes to 11 Media, bringing you a product review video today that I'm really excited about. This one is for ZOLEO. Now ZOLEO is a satellite / cellular emergency communication device. And I've looked at a bunch of these. I've been sort of wanting to get one for a while. Price points on a lot of those devices can run a fair amount of money. They can start at sort of like the $400 price point and go up to about $1,000 depending on what you're looking at. And it was like, that's a little bit of money to spend. I'll get it later. How many of you have done that? I don't want to spend the money on that right now. I'll get it later. Well, what if you're out in the bush or out on the lake or out in the ocean or whatever, and you need help and you didn't have that communication device? Well, I'm happy to say that the price point on this one is $269. Can't go wrong. It's not an expensive device to buy. The monthly plans are very reasonable depending on what you're looking to do with the device. And so they range anywhere from about $25 up to $70 a month. And the three different plans that they offer just basically sort of have restrictions as far as how many messages you send via satellite, et cetera, et cetera. What's also really cool is the fact that after 90 days, you can actually park or suspend the satellite plan without canceling it and having to reactivate and do all the nonsense that a lot of plans have you do during the off season. For me personally, once salmon season ends, in the sort of the late fall, there's a real lull until the springtime for me for fishing. Well, do I really want to pay X number of dollars a month on a plan that I'm not using? Pay $5 a month to suspend it? Yeah, I'll do that. That's not a problem at all for me. And then when the ice comes off the lakes, for me, we're back at it and away we go. So my suggestion to you is that this little device is probably bang for the buck, the best thing you're going to find out there. I love the fact that it has three ways of communicating. So the first way is going to be using the ZOLEO app and going through your cell phone, through cellular or through satellite to connect to the other ZOLEO app with the person that you're wanting to communicate with. Emergency SOS button, EPIRB, right there. Push that button down, it goes to a manned station 24/7 for emergency help, and they will send out a quick little note asking if everything's okay, and you either respond if you're able to and tell them I need help, or no, it was an accident, cancel. But if you don't respond, they automatically get some form of search and rescue out rolling to get you help. Fantastic. And the third thing that I love, and I probably think this is probably one of the coolest things that I think about the device, is this little check-in device. So right here you push this, and what it does is to the number that you set that you want to send it to, is it will send a check-in letting everybody know at that number that everything's fine, and it'll give your GPS coordinates so that they know where your last location was. Super helpful. So let's theoretically say that something happens, you fall, you hit your head, you get knocked out. You can't push this. But guess what? If you had said that I'm going to check in 2 hours and 4 hours goes by, we haven't heard from the person. Okay, here's our last GPS coordinates. It sure gives search and rescue a huge leg up to finding you. Because you think about the average person, if you're walking at, let's call it 5 kilometers an hour or whatever, they can tell, well, it's been X number of hours, this is the radius that this person should be in. If you don't have any sort of coordinates to work off of, all of a sudden, it's a needle in the haystack. Get one of these, folks. I can't implore you enough. Search and rescue, I'm sure, would tell you, get one of these devices as well. It's going to help you out, and it's going to help them out. And it makes their job a lot easier to find you, and there's nothing more rewarding for them than being able to save somebody's life that needs help. So, I'm going to show you, like Ryan Storch, who does our Vice Squad fly tying segments on our channel. He had the opportunity to use this recently. He was out doing some ice fishing just outside of Calgary, Alberta. And here's what he had to say.
Good day, everyone. Welcome to sort of an edition of the Vice Squad. I'm Ryan from the Vice Squad, and you might see me tying up a few of these bugs or whatever it is we're tying that day. But today we're actually going to go out and fish some. My wife and I, we're going to head out to the West Country and go do some ice fishing. So recently I picked up this ZOLEO device. It's a global satellite communicator. So I can text on it, I can email on it, and more importantly, I can get help if I need help. Like if you have an issue out there, if you get stuck in a ditch, if whatever happens and you can't get cell service, this is supposed to allow me to do that. And that's, for me, very reassuring knowing that that I'm going to be okay and I'm going to get to safety, or somebody's going to be able to come and help me. At any rate, I'm done tying what I'm tying for this morning, and we're going to head out and we'll touch base with you throughout the day. So we're up in the West Country today, up northwest of Calgary Fairways, out doing some ice fishing, and just having this little guy in my pocket. I tell you, it's certainly a nice assurance knowing that if anything happened, if anybody was hurt, if you need to get a hold of anybody, it's there if you need it. And boy, is it just an added bit of security when you're out with your family and the kids. And really, really handy device. So here we are headed home without service, and again, really assuring knowing that if you ever get stuck on the road, if we get piled up in the ditch on our way out through these back roads, that we definitely have a way to get a hold of somebody.
All right, Ryan, thank you. And you know what? As you can see, it makes Ryan feel that much more confident having that with him. Something happened with the vehicle. He's out in the middle of the boondock. He's nowhere to get help. Push the device, get some help there. So again, when you factor in price point, the convenience, the security, peace of mind, all the rest, and the fact that you don't have to rely on a cell signal, that this is going to go up to satellite, and you're going to be able to get help when you need it, you can't go wrong. One thing I'll note is that this does say that it's water resistant. I'm not brave enough to do a dunk test on it. I don't want to ruin the device. So I'm going to say that it's water resistant, but probably not waterproof if you were to submerge it. So if you're using it out on a lake or on the ocean or whatever and you fell overboard, I think you're going to want to make sure that this is in a good Ziploc device that's going to keep it dry. You can get a lot of those little Ziploc pouches that'll hang off of a carabiner. I would put that in there, and then you know that there's no problems. And they're cheap. You get those really, really inexpensively, but I'll put a link to something down below for you so you can connect to that. ZOLEO Canada, thank you so much for the opportunity to do this video for you. We're really impressed. We're going to be looking to put this into our stores at fishingandoutdoors.ca. Again, we'll put that link in the description down below where you're able to buy these. Thrilled. Fantastic device. In my opinion, I think it's one of the best devices out there, dollar for dollar, that you're going to be able to buy. And if you're out in the outback or out in the water, whatever, make sure you cover your bases, keep yourself safe, have a fun time, but make sure that you're able to reach out for help if you need it. Thanks a lot, folks. And if you like this video, please hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that little reminder bell so you don't miss future product review videos and more content from our channel. We'll talk to you soon. Stay safe.